Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels to short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. And we're live!
We are live, and I love that you are coming in, Sarah, on theme.
Yes.
On theme of your locale.
Very on theme. I've got a hat on. I feel very tropical because I am tropical.
Yeah, you can see it. For listeners, I'm going to set the scene. She's in a tree house.
I am.
I'm not going to say where because you're going to tell us, but you got the wind blowing. It almost looks like a fake backdrop like you would see on one of the screensavers, but it is a real place that you're at.
It's a real place right behind me. I'm in this treehouse. So by the way, while we're talking about this, for those of you that are joining us live, let us know where you are joining us from. I happen to be on basically a private island off of the U.S. Virgin Islands. So I'm on this private island called Lovango Cay, and I'm at the Lovango Resort and Beach Club, and it's its own private island between St. John and St. Thomas Island. I looked it up on the map, and I was like, oh, that is where we are. And it's so cool. You have to take a ferry to get here. It's about like a 15, 20-minute ferry from St. John. Flew into St. Thomas.
Thomas, yeah.
Thomas, yeah. Flew to St. Thomas, took a 15, 20-minute ferry, got here. Then they have this whole super cool beach club built out. And then they have to take you in a Jeep to your room. And they have a 19 different types of, or 19 rooms here. And they've got a mix from a villa. They've got glamping style tents next door. We're in one of their tree houses. Let's see if I can do this without messing things up. But you can see that is the view.
Nice view today.
From our balcony.
Full Swiss Family Robinson, right? Like
oh my gosh, yes. Yes, exactly. So this place is amazing. And so why I'm here, which is so fun, and tying it back to you, Steve, is they do this thing every year. This is their second year, called Taste of Lovango. So they invite all of these chefs that are James Beard award-winning chefs. They've been on MasterChef, other, from TV, famous restaurants, and they kind of do a cookout over the next couple of days. So it kicks off tonight, and they'll be doing like little friendly competitions,
Yep. Yeah.
But I met a chef yesterday who happens to know you, Steve.
Who did you bump into?
I bumped into Chef Alan Susser. And what was so funny is when we started talking about it, and then I mentioned you, and he was like, oh, you're the girl that does the show with So, Steve, he remembered you. I was barely memorable.
Well, Chef Alan, I love that you remember me. He is a great chef. He is one of the top ones ever in Florida. James Beard Award winner, and I'm lucky enough to have him on the advisory board of Turk Hospitality Ventures. Yes. So he's an awesome, awesome guy.
Like, how random is
that? Such a small world. I love that you ran into each other and got to meet each other.
It's so funny. So he's going to be
genuine nice guy.
Totally. He's going to be making some ceviche. So I think word on the street, on the Pebble Street, is he, and then Chef Sam Choi might be doing a little like cooking battle, and that he will do Chef Alan will do ceviche, and Chef Sam will do poke. And so we'll see
who wins, which style.
Exactly, right? How fun is that? That's
a lot of fun. You got to send me some pictures. See, that's what's so much fun about hotels and restaurants and events. You get to create all these unique experiences for people.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So I'm happy you're there. And talking about unique experiences, being launched today, July 10th, is the Hospitality Mentors next networking event. So if you're listening here, or listening on other podcasts, I'd love to see you there. It's going to be at the Mayfair House Hotel and Garden in Coconut Grove here in Miami. So July 10th. Would love to see you all there.
Maybe I'll have to make an appearance.
Listen, if you want to hang out in your favorite city, you just let me know.
Favorite city, you guys. Oh man, he's making it really tough here as far as trying to move me from the West Coast.
Well, you were here. We had our producer Will Slickers was here in Miami.
Yes.
Showed him a good time. So I know that. There he is
Yay.
behind the scenes, sneaking in.
Popping in.
He was here, had a good time. So I know that I should make sure you have a great time when you're back.
Yes. No, I love it. Love it. Well, if you're ready, we got some topics to cover today.
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. Hopefully everybody still takes me seriously with my sun hat on. Okay, so our first topic, we got Kempinski Hotels names the former Silversea's CEO as their first female CEO. So this was last week, and they appointed Barbara Muckermann as their new CEO. And there's a lot of great things about this, but she actually has become the first woman to lead the Kempinski Hotels brand. And by the way, you're familiar with Kempinski, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They're more popular in Europe. I believe their first one in the North America is in Cancun, I think is what if I remember correctly. So certainly, if we're just looking through the US lens, American travelers might not be as familiar with it, but internationally and certainly in Europe, they are huge and their properties are amazing. Amazing. So this is a big move, especially, the hotel industry in Europe, having a female run, that particular company is a big move.
And it's interesting too, because it comes from the world of cruise ships, right? And so
Yes.
usually you don't see like them mixing all that much. You don't see like a hotel CEO going over to cruises. You don't see the cruises kind of coming over to hotels all that often. Even on like line level jobs, not line level, but like manager jobs. I remember interviewing people from the cruise industry, and I was always kind of like, that doesn't really fit. And the other way around too, where I had people go interview from hotels to cruises, and like, no, you're more on the land. You don't understand the cruise. So I love seeing this, and I'm really interested to see how this works. I really believe that we could all learn a lot from each other, like all different parts of the industry.
Completely. I find cruises so fascinating because like every time I'm on a cruise ship, and it's certainly obviously like higher level cruise ships, Silversea's obviously being one of them, Celebrity. I did Atlas Ocean Voyages. I've done a lot of high level cruising, many that I'm not even mentioning. But they do a fantastic job. The level of service and the attention to detail that they have. And it's not like we're on land and it's like, oh, we don't have this. Like, let's quickly run out to the store across the street to get whatever we need. There is no running out to the store. Like, hopefully you have it and you've thought about it ahead of time, and they deliver.
Yeah, they do. And so it's interesting to me. Like, I don't know if you remember like working in the peninsula or like when I work at Mandarin Oriental, like there wasn't like at that 5-star level, there wasn't like, oh, I came from a cruise ship and I'm the leader, I'm a manager, a director, or the executive. So I was like racking my brain when I saw that. I was like, I haven't seen that very much, but I love seeing it. And I'm excited to see what happens. And I'm curious to see, let's get her on the show and see like what she sees, after the first 30 days between the difference between cruise ship and hotels. I think that would be a fun one.
Yeah, no, definitely would be really, really interesting because she certainly has a lot of insight. And what I love about Kempinski, just to even say this and give a shout out to the Global Hotel Alliance, just because so cool what they're doing. They're actually one of the major shareholders in it. So if you don't know Global Hotel Alliance, they're basically, if you are independent property, luxury independent property, you can join them and become part of this larger loyalty group. So especially unique for those higher level brands that might not have, hundreds of properties. It might be hard to get their guests in on the loyalty game, but this is a wonderful option. And Kempinski is a big part of that particular program. I just remember interviewing them on my show a while back. So I had to.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. They're a big brand, 82 hotels, and they keep growing. They have, they want to grow another 34 hotels across. I hope they get some more on the United States.
Yeah.
Right? But keep it going. Good. Congratulations.
Yes. All right. Our next topic here. This is fun. So this company I thought I'd love this because I love when different brands just get into have fun with their titles. They're hiring a chief pool officer.
CPO.
A CPO to swim in all 50 states, and it'll pay up to $100,000. Okay, what are your thoughts on just the idea of that title? And
Well,
then we'll
first,
go into
I like the title. I love when people get creative and they're sitting there like, how can we get some marketing out of this, get some good PR, and really get some
Mhm.
eyes on our company? And Swimply, I've heard of, and I'll have some things to say about it towards the end. But I like that they are going out there and being creative and creating this
Yeah.
position for someone to go around all 50 states, create content in, I guess, all different kind of pools, probably like
Yeah.
that are way out there, cool pools, luxury pools, all different styles. So I'm all about it. Anyone that's going to create some fun content for us to watch, I love it.
It's so fun. So for the company, as Steve mentioned, is Swimply. So if you don't know of Swimply, I think the name is just so funny. It's a website that allows people to rent private pools, hot tubs, other spaces like that. I actually know a lot of individuals in the Los Angeles area that put their pools up on Swimply, which I think is so fascinating.
Mhm.
But they're doing well, and so they're basically hiring this person to not only go to these different pools, but they're going to basically do social media content for them as well and have fun. And
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's a unique company, right? It's just like
yeah,
Airbnb, but just for the backyard and pool. So if you don't have
totally.
a pool at your house and you want to go in private and not go to a resort, go
Hmm.
rent out somebody's pool.
Yeah.
But I was say, but I was looking at the package that
Yes.
they're
Oh,
giving.
what
It's not a
so
100,000
it's a base pay
salary.
of 50K.
That also has to cover your travel to all 50 states, right? So they're not even covering
Yeah.
travel. So Swimply, I like the idea. Make it a real 100,000 because it's
Yeah.
50,000 that covers travel and expenses while you're traveling. And then the other 50 is if you
Mm.
do get enough engagement, it looks like on your
Hmm.
content. So I don't know about that, but I like the title. I like the idea. I think just put in your 100K. You've raised enough money, Swimply. I've seen your numbers there.
Yeah, right? Come on, guys. We know what's happening. But, it's great. So, it's fun that they're doing something like this, and why I thought it would be cool to even just like address is considering hotels, are there different jobs that you can at a property that you can
I
maybe have
like that
fun with the
question.
title,
Let's
you
come
know?
up with some. I mean, if you're listening now, what would be a dream title of yours to really like think
Mm.
like, all right, that would be a fun title for hotels? Like
I
you
I
do it a lot, like you get to travel to a lot of places. Would that be something
Oh,
what title would
totally.
you give yourself? Because you're at all
Well,
different kind of
me?
places. Yeah.
Me. I'm the, curator of travel. That's what I am.
Okay. I like that. The
The
chief curator of travel, the
chief curator of
CCOT,
travel.
the
Yes.
CCOT.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna have to add that to my
I'll take it.
to my signature on my emails. Oh, but
But I think these
yeah.
are fun. I think people like maybe a chief coffee officer, the one that checks all the coffees at all different hotels
Ooh,
around the
yes.
country. That could be something fun.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like whether it was maybe at Edition Hotels or something that there was somebody that was like a vibe. Like there was
A vibe check.
yeah, like a vibe officer.
There's a
Like I
lot
was
of day life and nightlife
yeah,
directors that make sure
yes.
the vibe is good.
Yeah.
Ritz Carlton for a while had a position that people got in trouble for, which was the suntan lotion poolside suntan lotion
Wait,
agent or
wait, why
poolside.
did they get in trouble for it?
And you start rubbing lotion on
Oh,
people.
okay, okay, okay. All
No, it
right.
gets a little
Say no more.
crazy. Hands
Say no more.
start going places, uncomfortable
Say
lawsuits.
no more.
It
Oh,
was creative. We tested it at Lowe's for like a week and then realized very quickly, just like 2004, that that was not going to work.
uh,
Yeah, because there were certain
I have
people,
smooth hands.
I have smooth hands, I could do it, but I don't want to touch that person, only that person. And
Oh,
I was like,
oh,
all right, not
oh,
going to work out.
oh, man. That's where you have to hire a massage therapist for that. Anyway,
Yes.
that's
But I like this
hilarious.
position. I think it's fun. I'm
Mhm.
curious to see who goes out there and makes some fun content because there are so many cool places out there.
Yeah,
You know, just on the Hospitality FM network, there's people that are going to like Airbnbs and unique stays and hotels. And
yeah.
I'm curious to see what they find in Swimply and what are the best hotel pools or not hotel pools, pools in backyards. So I'm
It's
curious.
just pools and backyards. I mean, some people have some pretty stellar.
Yeah, like lazy rivers and water parks in their backyard. There's some cool stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
Grills. I like it. Let's see what they come up with.
Awesome. Cool. Well, moving on. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of travel. This is pretty neat. Airports around the world are, and this is not necessarily a surprise, they're investing in technology to improve the guest experience. And what type of technology are they really investing in? A lot of it is biometrics. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I definitely have noticed in my travel that there's just more, whether it's coming into a hotel where, you walk through like some glass doors, and then you walk out and you're like, I think my face might have just been scanned, which can sound creepy, but it's not surprising. But I don't know, I think it's interesting. What are your thoughts on the whole biometrics
Listen,
in
I'm
airports?
cool with it. Like when I have that clear access at the airports, they scan your eyes,
Yeah, they
right, to
do.
see that it's you. So,
Mhm.
even when you use your fingerprint in certain places to like check out, and Amazon's going to
Yeah.
start doing that more at their places. So, look, my belief is that we're getting videotaped all the time. We have our phones in our pocket all the time. We're being tracked everywhere we
Totally.
go. And if it can make my life easier, great. But I understand some people that do not like this at all, and they want to be off grid, and they don't want to be tracked by the government and the people behind the scenes. Don't know where I don't want them knowing where I am, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. So, I mean, this is basically just, it was kind of talking about how 94% of these hotels, their airport IT decision makers are planning significant investment in technology over the next 12 months. And 44% of them are planning to make some aggressive improvements. I mean, a lot of that has to do with, obviously, for improving just airport operations and just making it a smoother experience. So it's not necessarily just about tracking people. It's like, how can we move people through quicker? And just it's all about
I hate it. I hate going to the airport. So if they can make it better, look, here's Suzanne saying you both have nice eyes. Suzanne, you can scan my eyes anytime. You see? You can do the biometric anytime.
Too funny. Thanks, Suzanne, for the sweet comment.
We've got, like, I take the train a lot now, the Brightline train. I love that experience. It's tons of people going on there. I walk in, I scan my ticket, I scan the bag and the security, and I'm right on the train. I don't have to like wait in lines and lines and lines. And if things aren't working out, it just seems crazy. Like I saw somewhere that 7,000 flights got delayed this weekend on Sunday. People were traveling back on Monday. So it's just nuts.
Yeah. Monday got a little bit hairy.
America needs more trains. America needs more trains. Brightline's so great. I'm having fun. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry to jump into the episode, but
no, jump in.
Will misses us. You see, he wants to be on the show. He's here. But we've got Nick saying he loves your hat, Sarah.
Thanks.
She's being tropical today. She's in the treehouse.
It's also very hot, and I just have to keep my hair up. So this is what we're doing. The practicalities of it, just in case anybody wondered.
Yeah. Sarah, and Suzanne right here saying faster to get through the airport, especially with real ID hits. Whatever the way they make it faster is best.
Totally.
I agree with you.
I do digital ID. I have Clear and digital ID through Delta, and that tends to be the fastest way for me I mean, honestly, when I travel, if I'm not checking a bag, from curbside to Sky Club, it's basically 3 minutes. So it's a pretty efficient process. But I also wear similar things when I travel, so I know that I'm not going to set off any detectors or anything. So I've got it down to a science.
I got to practice more with kids. It's tough.
Yeah. Oh,
more kids, bags, backpacks, tablets, my snacks.
Next thing you know, they put something in their bag that you didn't know about, and it's the whole thing. And you're like, no, why did you put this? Yeah.
Where did these bullets come from? I don't know. He put them in there.
Okay, I wasn't saying that, but all right. So speaking of from this past weekend, Memorial Day travel. So this actually, I think they were finalizing the numbers when I was just looking this up yesterday, but they found that Friday was already declared the #1 passenger screening day for TSA in 23 years. It was just shot, like 50,000 people shy of 3 million.
It's nuts.
That's insane.
That is a lot of people to check and make sure safety and all that.
Yeah.
No incidents of any issues that I saw, right? No crazy people, nothing bad happening. So I love that TSA is doing their job and keeping us safe. Process to it. So thank you to all you all working out there hard, because I know it's not easy.
By the way, I love Suzanne's comment. She doesn't know how I pack just to carry on with all my shoes. Okay, yeah, I know. Well, it depends on the shoes, and it depends on how I do it.
Professional traveler. She
That's
knows
what
how to do it.
happens. You wear your heaviest shoes or your sneakers, and then
But
you
you've
go
been
from there.
traveling this whole time. Did you notice it like extra packed at the airports?
So I did a red eye, don't be jealous, on Monday night through JFK and then JFK to St. Thomas, and it was pretty quiet. But that was again by Monday night.
Right.
So I feel like by the time I got there, most people had done their traveling either to get back home or to go wherever they were going to. So that wasn't too bad. Speaking of, how was Miami for you? Was it busy? Because LA was dead. It was lovely.
It was very, I would say I'm proud of Miami because this used to be a weekend when everybody left
Yeah.
the city because it just got really crazy and rough. And
Yeah, I'm sure.
city of Miami, starting with spring break, breaking up with spring break, has taken that into Memorial Day.
Yes.
And I'd never go, and I would never take my family, but I took my wife and kids on Monday, Memorial Day, to South Beach, to the Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel. We went on the beach.
No way.
Awesome experience. And they also had the air show going on, so the Memorial Day air show.
Oh,
That they
fun.
brought in. So it was a great weekend to see what Miami's doing, and so it's
Yeah.
a lot more family friendly, not as crazy, and I could see it was just a better vibe all around. Very busy,
Yeah.
but not as crazy. So I think
Yeah.
more the right, the right guests in the right seats, spending more,
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
causing issues
Yeah.
all across the city.
Less riffraff.
From your mouth.
I'll say it.
Listen, it's a little rough. It gets a little rough, right? And so people come here to trash the city and make a disaster on the beach
So
and get
wild.
arrested and
Yeah.
shootings. And that was what happened for the last 3 to 4 years. And the new regime came in and changed it. And I love what they're doing. So congratulations.
That's awesome. No, it's great because again, like you want it to be a great destination. I mean, we're seeing that even in Los Angeles, that there's some areas that used to be far more attractive and now it's like, for whatever reasons they aren't. So it's great when you can see that positive change. I love that you were able to go spend some time.
Yeah, never. Last 10
right?
years, I would stay away.
No
This
way.
year, I was like,
Yeah.
I even text ahead of time to my friends. I was like, all right, let's vibe check here. So vibe check. Is it crazy
Vibe
or can I
check.
come? They're like, you can come. I was like, all right, I'm going.
Totally. I love that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a busy weekend, and I did a TV segment on Monday morning for Scripps Network talking about what we can expect this summer. And it's like a case in point from this past weekend. It is a busy weekend. Oh, wait.
Suzanne, that's Steve, you're up. Yeah,
Oh.
I used to run the streets of Miami Beach.
All right.
Knew those people there, but now I got the kids. I got to show them a good time. Just like when
Yeah.
I was a kid, I could go to Ocean Drive and it was like very classy and elegant. I wanted to get back there.
Wholesome. We get that. We like that. So moving on here, I think this is pretty neat. So Air France is going to be opening an ultra exclusive airport lounge just ahead of the Olympics. If you guys are not aware, the Olympics are happening in Paris at the end of July, going into the first week or so of August. So Europe is very, very, very busy. And Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris is expected to be exceptionally busy. But Air France is going to be opening up a really special La Première lounge, which for those of you that might know, or if you're not familiar, Air France has like an ultra high end first class. It's like above a first class, which is La Première, and they are going to be opening up this lounge. And I think it said that they only have 15 seats.
Yeah, so that's what I thought was pretty amazing. So the menus the menus in that lounge will be from
Alain Ducasse.
Alain Ducasse.
I love Alain.
10,000 square feet with 15 total seats.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine that. That is a gigantic space, and they're going to have private resident area rooms that you can stay in. I'm sure we'll have showers and living rooms and places to hang while you wait for flights.
Totally.
Great menus. So for the ultra elite, for the top travelers who will get to experience this, and Air France, we're ready. You can send us over. We will check it for you.
Perfect.
Make the contact for you and hang out.
You can make sure that Alain Ducasse comes and says hi. But who, by the way, I have met few times. He is fantastic. And I also went to his little chocolate store in Paris the last time I was there. Coolest experience ever. I'm like, I love it. I love it. So big fan. And I love that this like pairing up is so it's a perfect way of bringing him into something that would be at an airport, but at a highly elevated level.
Matches the brands.
Yes. Very, very on brand, which is cool. So, all right. That brings us to our real-time recap. Steve, talk to us. Tell us, what have you seen out there in the streets, as you said?
Running the streets, out on the streets. What I love seeing, I'm going to go back to, I worked there, but I haven't worked there for 3 years. Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel always does a great job. I was there slightly announced. I just wanted to hang out on the beach. I said, I don't need anything special. And of course, they set me up with a beautiful day bed. They bring amenities for the kids with shovels and pails and fruit. And they really just focus on people that have kids. And so whenever I have those kind of places, I just think if you can do that, the parents will pay whatever it takes and spend way more because they know that their kids are going to be looked after and the parents can at least relax a little bit. So I'm excited about that. And then I also just booked a trip to Universal Studios, and we're going to be testing out 2 different hotels while we're there. So we'll have some content about that. But the booking process with them, great. I would make sure I always like to call in, right? So this is my tip for you. If you're booking these kind of trips, call in. They can give you some good tips, give you some good deals. And the person I had on the phone was just ultra nice and giving me tips of stuff I thought I wanted to do. They gave them up. You should try this. This will be better. And I love that kind of service where they actually jump in and give you great advice. So kudos to everyone there.
That's so cool. I'm like, oh, goodness, I have so many hotels that I have to do a special shout out to, but I will focus on the one that I am at right now.
Yes.
Okay. So we come in on ferry. So the Lovongo Resort, it's on its own private island. Imagine you have to take a ferry to it. I mean, when I actually looked at the Google Maps as far as where I was in the world, I was just pinching myself. I'm like, how is this real life? Seriously, how is this real life? But you come in, you've got everybody there greeting you. Welcome. Mind you, this resort is also not just open to just hotel guests. They have a stunning food and beverage program. So if you wanted to come there for dinner, I haven't even posted this stuff from dinner yet, but it's these beautiful lights in the trees. I mean, you really feel like you're going to a completely other world. But we come in, you've got everybody's there. They're welcoming you. They've got welcome beverages. They take you into like this private sitting area before they then escort you to your tree house or your accommodations as far as where you're staying. But you feel like now this property, keep in mind, it is family owned.
Is this here?
Oh yeah. I'm going to be at that beach later. Oh yeah.
Look at that place.
Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
I love this. Yeah. So yes.
Here's your hat. It's got on the website.
There's my hat. My hat is on the website. That is my balcony. I have drone shots like that. That is.
Look at that treehouse.
Yeah.
Which one are you in? This one here?
The far left. The one on the far left is the one that I'm in. That one.
Look at you.
This is hilarious, by the way. Wait till I send. I tossed up my drone yesterday. Wait till you see my drone footage because it's exactly like that. So. Far more to come. But again, this warm hospitality, you can tell that it's family owned, and they've got cousins working here. They really care, and it's casual, but casual luxury, which I love. I love that. So shout out to the Lovongo Resort. If you guys are planning anything and you want a really unique experience, it is still within the US. You don't need your passport for it. And yeah, highly recommend.
Oh, cool. Can you send me some pictures of the glamping later?
Yes.
Offline. Sorry, guys.
I will. Don't worry. Don't you worry. So yeah, it's been cool.
I love it. Looks awesome.
That's
hospitality quote of the week.
Yes, I love this.
I don't have it typed up, but be so good that they can't ignore you. From Steve
Martin. Exactly. I do too. I love this quote because not like we're looking to here. I can post it here and see if we can share it in a different way. There you go. Oh, now we got it going on. Yes, it's he's obviously not. We don't look to Steve Martin for our hospitality advice, but that applies to so many things in life, and it obviously also applies to hospitality. Is that if you are just so good, guests can't ignore you. They come back. They talk about your experience. So this notion of just being so good will pave the way for so much more.
I love this quote. And it's funny because I was talking to a big YouTuber. He's about 22 million followers. And this was basically the advice. You know, he was nice enough to talk to me and my little following. He said, Steve, just do the things that you are passionate about and keep doing it. And if you're really good at it and you start to develop skills, people are going to be watching. You just be consistent, be good, and people will be there. So
this is
great advice from him and Steve Martin. Love seeing him.
Love seeing this. This is so cool. Well, wow. This is our show for today.
Goodbye. Now I have to go work. You get to hang out, do your work as well.
I am doing work.
Cool I know you work hard out there. It's not easy doing what Sarah does.
Not just filming content. There's other stuff that's happening. I'm managing a couple of projects right now, so it's all good.
I've seen the behind the scenes people. You think it's glamorous. It's hard work.
There's a lot going on. But definitely it's so much fun. So cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for letting me join in my fun little tropical hat here.
I love it. I think we match our vibes today. I made sure I matched your hat.
We do. We have a whole thing going on.
Another great show. So listen,
Definitely.
Go have some fun out there. Send us some more pictures. We'll follow you on Instagram.
Yes.
And for everybody else, I can't wait to see you next week.
Yes. See you guys next week.